Henley-on-Thames, a small, picturesque town nestled in rural Oxfordshire. Home to a world-famous boat race. And these two. Matt Richardson and Bill Pollard have been friends since university, and in June, the cycling enthusiasts will be embarking on a charity ride from Henley to Paris on penny farthings. I caught up with the pair during one of their weekly rides.
The reason we're doing this is to raise money for MacMillan Cancer Support. I've recovered from cancer, had treatment during late 2022 and early 2023. Macmillan were fantastic, and I don't know if people realise how much they do in hospitals and with cancer care, but they're in the wards, they offer services outside the hospitals for not only the people who are suffering from cancer, but also their families. So it's an incredibly deserving cause.
When a gentleman turns a certain age, one gets challenged for what to buy him for his birthday. But when this gentleman turned a certain age, I decided that one of the forms of cycling he hadn't yet, probably the only form of cycling he hadn't yet embarked upon, was a penny farthing. So I got in touch with Neil Lawton, who runs the Penny Farthing Club of Great Britain. He brought over 8 penny farthings to Henley so we could have a go on them. So on Matt's birthday, we had a go, and he taught us how to ride them, and then we rode around the town square and so on, and had a wonderful day. It's only and since then we thought, well, yeah, we really need to get some of these, but we hadn't really got the momentum to do it. We had plenty else on. So when Matt was recovering from his treatment, his doctor told him in no uncertain terms that he shouldn't attempt to ride six hours a day on a road bike anymore, and 1 hour was plenty. So of course he bought something appropriate for that, which is the penny farthing, and hot on his heels, I bought one as well.
The inspiration for the challenge is Thomas Stevens, an Englishman who, in 1886, became the first person to circle the globe by bicycle. That, in part, explains the duo's distinctive 19th century attire.
I mean, it's not strictly period correct, but more or less. And I don't know, I think returning to the point about a gentleman of a certain age, I think nobody really wants to see a chap in their 50s in lycra. This is far more dignified.
And the ladies enjoy it as well. It's not like riding a bike. First of all, you've got a fixed wheel, which means the pedals are fixed to the wheel. Second, the wheel that you pedal is also the wheel you steer with, which is a very unusual feeling. It means the wheel is always twitching from one side to the other. And of course, you're quite a few feet off the ground. So getting up and down is most of the challenge, actually. Once you're up, you're okay. Just don't stop pedaling. It's getting down is particularly challenging in the manner and at the time of your own choosing.
The 5-day ride will take the pair through Cranley, Newhaven, across the Channel to Dieppe, followed by stops at Forges-les-Eaux and Marines before finishing in the French capital. With just under 3 months until they set off, Matt and Bill have already raised more than £7,000 for Macmillan.
When I started, because as Bill mentioned earlier, I bought my bike slightly before him, so I started to go out. We learned actually here, or relearned, because we'd already had a go several years previously. But I took my first ride on a road to Marlow, and it was at once terrifying and exhilarating. But the most interesting and startling thing was the positivity of the response of walkers, cyclists, drivers, lots of waving, and I just thought, I can use this positivity to raise funds for Macmillan. So yeah, it's been amazing, and as you may have witnessed on the way down here, people want to take photos, but more than that, they want to understand what's going on. So then we get the chance to talk to them and hopefully raise more funds.